All right, everybody. It is Dodgy Yeti and you, aka Short Round, here for the Thicc Hours Podcast. And if you are a investigative viewer, you will notice that we are missing one person. Chris, aka C Unit 1. He is not able to make it to this podcast or the next. So, while the warden is away, the inmates will play. And
he's making that money, dude.
yeah. So the dude who gives us all of our structure inside of here is gone, so it's going to be much fun and a lot from the hip. So you will hear our ramblings about. But never fear, he is not here in person, but he did send us a video, and I think it's got a topic in there for us to go over. So we're gonna go ahead and do that first. Hop over to the message.
I'm ready whenever you are.
All right. Let me make sure the audio. Okay. Yes. All right. 1, 2, 3.
What's going on, community? C Unit 123 Lord Chris, community manager, LordGaming.net, aka Chris Jones. Obviously, I'm not there like we mentioned. I won't be there next show either, but we got this segment planned. So I got a topic. Skaggs and Quentin are going to discuss what I wrote and go over it. My latest article is top 5 Pokemon I'd like to see thrive in competitive VGC. I have a taste for unique Pokemon and just stuff that doesn't really get a lot of light shined on them. So I got 5. I want Skaggs and Quentin's top 5. Obviously, they'll talk about mine. And it can't be any Pokemon that's currently in the meta. So, shout out to Skaggs and Quentin and the community. I'll see you guys soon.
Hell yeah.
I think that's going to be a solid one.
I really dig that.
I think that will be a solid one. And he said not to do the ones that he's already done. I think he sent us it. I think he sent it to us yesterday.
Yeah. He sent the article through. You link all of his articles, right?
I try to when I remember it. I'll be honest here.
I have it pulled up here. Let's run through.
Did he send it to us yesterday? Because I'm just
he sent it on his
teams.
channel.
Okay. All right. I am going there. I think I remember everything that he put in there, but
I'm already a big fan at number 5.
okay.
Monkey Dory.
Yeah,
everybody doesn't really like that trio, but I think Okie Dokie, Monkey Dory, and Pheasantipity are okay.
Monkey Dory is probably the only one that I'll say is okay.
I think he does have the most cohesive design out of all of them. His typing is cool. He is Psychic Poison. Pretty cool type. He's a monkey. I enjoy monkey Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chris is saying that it can learn Nasty Plot, Sludge Bomb, Psychic.
And Snarl.
Okay. Unsnarl, yeah. And then Toxic Chain, which I think is the ability that all of that trio has.
I mean, I like the poison because I hate fairy. So he's already he's already got one for me.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Monkey Dory. I'm gonna kind of just Chris is right on my level of the kind of Pokemon.
See, I think
I think
number 4 does not get very much love, and I wish it I wish it was a little bit better, so it would.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm hoping that the rumors are true and Dragalge is getting a mega.
So yeah, Dragalge being number 4 is pretty cool. If it's the mega that I've seen through leaks and shit, it's not a good mega, but that's what I'm hoping it's.
I'm believing none of the leaks we've seen so far are truthfully true. That's what I'm choosing.
I'm believing one of them. I'm believing Scrafty because I want that one.
If that one's not true, I'm rioting actually, because that is you. Hey, actually, I'm making more work for you right now, dude. You have to put that picture in and show everybody, because that is the single great. Whoever the homie is, that if that's not real, that created that, he needs to get a job with the Pokemon Company immediately. Just smashing out Mons,
dude. So many
because killed it.
Okay, so a little bit of a sidetrack. So many people are so much better at making Pokemon designs than the actual Pokemon Company, and it's crazy to me.
Yep.
Like the community has so many more good designs where like the Pokemon Company fails at making a good design a lot. Dragonite. How you gonna do my boy like that? How you gonna just, and the only thing to me is just the wings on his head. Put him on his back. It's so nice. It's so easy. I don't know.
Or give him the Charizard treatment.
Give him 2.
Maybe that one's bad, but give him another one that's really, really, really good.
You know what? Fine. Give him a second one out. Make that one like the physical attacker, and the next one will be a special attacker.
Except that one, they'd cut his arms and his legs off and make him a snake again. And
what? Give him the Salamence treatment?
Yeah.
They took my homie's front legs from him and that. It was awful.
Okay, number 4, Dragalge.
Yeah.
Poison Dragon, another badass type.
Yeah. Love it. Number 3? What? Chris? I don't think this will ever... I mean, it's ones that you wish, so, I mean, fair enough on you, but I think you're wishing for too much of the stars. Number 3 is Sunflora, a solar power sleeper.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I do believe that there's a place. There's a place for a lot of Pokemon on a lot of teams, but as far as making them meta, there has to be some drastic changes to the move pool and even abilities on like that. A lot of my Pokemon are going to be like, they will never be able to be meta because of their typing or because of their move pool, and sometimes that just the cards you're dealt.
Yeah, a lot of mine are that I want to choose are mainly due to like stats. A lot of the stuff that I end up really liking are just a little too lackluster in stats. Like, a few of the ones I like just have like split. Like they can be special or they can be fucking physical attackers, and like that sounds cool and like is cool for like a playthrough, but like it's awful whenever you're trying to do competitive because all those. I mean, yeah, you get to choose if you want physical or special, but your stats are not going to be nearly as high. But either way, number 2, I do like Mr. Chris Jones. It is Shuckle, the unbreakable wall no one prepared for. So he's sitting at 230 in both defense and special attack. That's pretty gnarly. Shuckle could shine as a tempo disruptor with access to Encore. It can punish, protect spammers, and misplays. Sticky Web. Okay. while power split and guard split can equalize the playing field against heavy hitters. I mean, I can definitely see that. Though, I think the only thing that's probably keeping him from being somebody that could be used really well is I don't think that he's got a very good, like, offensive capabilities. I don't think his...
Shuckle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his... his physical attack is 10, his special attack is 10. And the other thing is, you have that high of a stat, and your HP is only at a 20. Now, even if his HP is at a 20 and he had like one of his attacks that was actually really good, like, he's got a 5 speed. He's built for a Trick Room team. He's built for it.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Trick Room team, I think he could fit in there somewhere. But, again, the other problem is bringing these Mons into the meta. There's already better Pokemon there. There's definitely something that you would choose over Shuckle.
You know what? I can actually see where he could most definitely be useful. Let's say you're running a Trick Room team. I don't know if you can set up Sunny Day in Trick Room. I feel like you can. But if you can set up Trick Room and then Sunny Day, because his speed stat's 5. So you hit that Trick Room with somebody that's able to get it up first and quick, you can hit that Sunny Day, and then you're completely set up for a Groudon, and I don't know. I imagine there's a few others out there that would be good. And he comes with Sturdy, so that'll help him survive on that one. Even if the Trick Room one is not as fast.
Now, wouldn't you use somebody maybe more like a Torkoal?
Torkoal is normally your go-to one, but that's because he auto sets it up. It's just an ability on him, and he's also so slow because whenever you're throwing Pokemon in and they have weather effects, let's say you have a Pelipper and you have a Torkoal on opposite sides, the one with the lowest speed stat is the one that'll set it up last, and that means that's the one that's going to be there for the game. So yes, Torkoal is it's going to be so hard to ever beat Torkoal, but there are some instances where like people maybe just have like, maybe you don't even run like a Sun team, or you just run it to disrupt like Sunny Day, but at that point you're gonna want him to be able to take care of something in another place, because that's one of those things that you just kind of have like extra, like it's just kind of a nice thing to have on. Like I had a Whimsicott that was mainly there for Tailwind, but it had Sunny Day as well, so that way I could throw it out and be done with the rain teams, because our Archelodon's
All right, and then number 1, dude, he's a legend for it. He truly is.
Absolutely.
Shedinja, dude.
Shedinja, it's one of the... I honestly thought is Shedinja in Scarlet and Violet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense then, because I think if you give him an air balloon and change his typing to electric, he is actually unkillable. So terrestrialize.
Air balloon keeps him from being able to take ground effect
It
moves.
it pretty much gives him levitate, and then you change him to
Yeah.
electric, and then the only thing that's going to be super effective against electric, I do believe, is ground.
Okay. But that still leaves him open to the powders and things, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Because what I used to run, just for the sake of being silly, was like go goggles, or whatever the goggles were that kept you from being able to take, and then you're still open to all of the status effect moves of whatever else.
Yeah.
But yes, I see what I see what you're saying.
But it would remove that, and then I don't know if he learns it, but I don't know. His highest, he's a split attacker as well. If he's got anything like that can boost up his attack and stuff, like if he's got calm mind or if he's got anything like that, if he has anything like that, I mean, you just sit there and you beef him up, smack. Yeah.
Pretty high attack. Let's see. I'm running through here real quick to see.
He's got a 30 on both of them. I don't think he's in Scarlet and Violet for that specific.
Yeah. Giving him a terrestrialization ability might be a little silly.
Absolutely. So
it doesn't look like he's got any kind of crazy moves. His boosting moves, as far as he's got.
You know what? Honestly, this might sound kind of blasphemous, but instead of a sweeper, you make him a debuff bot.
Mm-hmm.
So sand attack, everybody. Till none. You also got confuse. Hit him with confuse, and then at that point, you're not getting hit with anything ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think they would all be pretty cool. All of those would be cool to see in the meta for sure.
Yeah.
I think I pulled up a list here of what is currently in the meta. This is 4 months ago was the last time this was updated, so I don't know how different things. There shouldn't be anything that's too different as of right now, but I'm on game 8. The list that I'm seeing is you have Incineroar, Miraidon.
Be at the top.
This is the double S tier. So you have Incineroar, Miraidon, Gallisteer, and Spectrasteer, both with the Calyrex, where they're. I guess it's technically Calyrex, right? When he's riding the horse.
Yeah, it's called like Frost Rider and Shadow Rider.
Yeah, so those are 4 double S's. I'm going to assume that meta currently is the double S tier, the S tier, and the A tier.
Honestly, so I'd put it even down into B, even in C, because I was looking at he did another article where he did regulate the teams for everything.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of these ones that are down in the C tier as well.
Really?
Yeah, like Entei was on quite a few of them. You have Landorus, Latios, and got the Ursaluna down here.
Yeah, I saw Blood Moon was in B tier. I remember there for a minute Blood Moon was getting used a whole bunch.
But honestly, See, that's actually only a few from there anyway. So yeah, even if we want to take from C tier, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna open it up to like every Pokemon instead of just like what's in Scarlet and Violet. I don't know if
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what he meant or not, but
Do you want to run through what's in the meta, the rest of the few that are in S and A tier?
yeah, we can. So we got Rillaboom, Fluttermane. That is Thundurus.
Thundurus, I think. Yep.
Terrapagos, Groudon, Kyogre, Lunala, Koraidon, and Zacian. Those are all S tiers. A tiers, we have Ogerpon Water, uh, Longneck Raikou,
Roaring or no, I
Roaring
don't remember
Thunder.
what it's.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Raging Bolt.
Raging Bolt. We got a Moongus. What is Girafarig's evolution called?
Girafarig.
Indeedee. We have Urshifu Water. We have Iron Hands, Ogerpon Fire, Chin Pow.
Chin Pow. I think those are probably a majority of like the heaviest hitters. It's understood that that's why C tier is so big and vast because
Yeah.
There's going to be mons that do specific things that you want. But if you've got one right off the dome that you'd like to see in competitive, go for it.
Nidoking.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Nidoking has a few things going for it because it's another one of those that's like very close to being a perfect like split attacker. His not this he's got a decent difference between special attack at 85, physical attack at 102. His speed's at 85, which isn't super terrible, but also isn't super great. But he's got sheer force, and sheer force plus life orb, if anybody doesn't know. Sheer force removes added effects. So like if you could possibly burn your opponent with like flamethrower, you can no longer burn them, but it does more damage. Sheer force also works for the life orb ability. You get the extra damage, but you don't lose any of the health. So it's a weird little interaction, but it's really cool. And for the most part, everybody runs him special attack, even with that dip, because the move set is better that way. You get a lot better moves if you run him special, especially in that setup. Now, if they flipped it where instead of like physical attack, his special attack was 102, and I don't know, maybe take a little away from that physical attack and give it into speed, then I think we'd be cooking pretty well. I think he would be a contender to at least make it into like low B as like a sweeper, but and that's also without like legendaries and stuff like that when we that. But yeah, that's kind of mine. What's your first one?
I would like to see, and I feel like he did used to kind of be in the meta, but Toxtricity, I think he has really cool dual typing, electric poison. I just think he has a really cool move pool. He has what is the name of that? Is it Boom Burst? I know that's not his. I thought he had like a signature kind of move that did cool damage.
Yeah, he's got overdrive, boom burst, shift gear.
I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, he stole
But
the boom burst. I think he stole from Noivern, but
yeah. Yeah, but
no.
he's like I said earlier, the Pokemon that I want are really uh they have either bad typings to where they're heavy weak to a lot of in meta mons, and that's why they don't work out. But this is why I hope that the rumors are false and that they keep just making new Pokemon forever, and or giving us good new typings of regional variants of old Pokemon, so that the meta ever changes. Because 4 times weak to ground, 2 times weak to psychic.
See, and he's also kind of a similar story as Nidoking, where like he they invested so much into his physical attack and his special attack instead of just into his special attack and then like cut that attack off at like 70 and invest it into like speed or HP or any of his defenses and try and make him a little bulkier.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
a terrible, terrible thing.
So would you put Nidoking at your number 1 that you'd most like to see, or your number 5? Or are we just giving a general list here?
He would be my number 1.
Okay. Well, I'm going opposite of you, and that would be my number 5.
All right. Well,
He's one that I want, but he's not the most that I would want to see.
the next one up, of course, is my boy Flygon. He has a similar suffering as our last two, where his attack is at 100 and his speed is at 100, which for the most part, doesn't seem too bad. He's got Earthquake, which Earthquake is really nice, but there's not a whole lot of good, like, you got Dragon Rush, that's a physical dragon move. It's only 75% accurate. I mean, those are really the only two that you're working with, I do believe. You got Stone Edge, which that's not bad, but so there's makings up of a decent mon there. He's just a little too under the cut.
Yeah.
Like they brought his special attack up to 80. And if you're going to make him a physical attacker, chop off like half of that special attack and put it into attack.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know. Nidoking and Flygon have always like battled for that number 1 spot in my favorites. But I wish both of them got a little bit more. And honestly, I think if Flygon got another ability, like a hidden ability, I think that could actually buff him up as well.
Yeah.
Because
now
Levitate, he's just got no effect from ground. Okay, I mean that's cool and all, but like he's a ground type. I think he's gonna be okay. You just get 18 messages?
Yeah, I did. What the heck is going on? They're all from Reese.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think he just suffers from a lot of lackluster.
Yeah. Yeah, you touched on it a little bit at the beginning, and something that I'm going to be extremely bad at is the seeing where terrestrialization would be beneficial to a Pokemon. I don't battle with it enough to, and I don't really battle enough at all to really be having this conversation with you and Chris, because you guys like to battle, and I'll breed the Pokemon and do all that, you know. So for me, I'm a little out of my element here, but definitely when it comes to where terrestrializing a Pokemon can completely change, you know, the game. I feel like Flygon kind of rides the line on that, where a really good typing switch at a very opportune time could be very beneficial for Flygon.
So the funny thing with Flygon is he also gets to do the he also gets to do the terrestrialize into electric while having levitate, and he has no weaknesses. That's actually pretty gnarly. I think that's really cool. It just, once you get to that point, I don't think he's got Thunder Punch. He does have Thunder Punch. I'm gonna say I didn't think that he had a, but
okay,
you know, Thunder Punch isn't necessarily the one that you want to throw all your chips into. A 75% power move.
Yeah.
A little iffy on that.
Yeah.
But
even in egg moves, he doesn't get anything where you could slide something silly in there. Oh, a crispy Thunderbolt or something.
No.
Man.
Astonish, Bite, Crunch, Dig, Dragon Dance, Faint, Fisher, Superpower. See, they gave him Dragon Dance, which Dragon Dance is cool, but he doesn't have. I think if he got like Swords Dance or something, that would be probably a little bit better, just because it, instead of raising speed and attack, it raises attack up by 2, and then you get to that point where you can actually one-shot stuff, where somebody can give you Tailwind, can have a Tailwind setter, and not have to really worry about it.
Yeah.
But I think he's impacted by his move pool and his lackluster stats. What's your next one, my boy?
Number 4 is going to be Grimmsnarl. And I hear everybody already arguing. Somebody won with him! Somebody won with him in 2023! He was in the meta! He was. Now he's not. He needs to come back. I love Grimmsnarl. These are just Pokemon I like, too. Like I said,
oh yeah,
I'm so out of my element in this conversation that it's kind of crazy. But I think some big things for him. He has no super effective weaknesses. He's weak to Poison, Steel, and Fairy, which a lot of those in the meta scene right now. So once again, I understand. There's probably better mons that can do what he does.
So you want to know how Grimmsnarl is actually really good, pretty good? He just in the metas where where everything's available, like legendaries and stuff like that. Like a lot of the times he gets kicked to the side. He has Prankster, the Prankster ability, and he can set up like your light screens and stuff like that to where none of your team is taking all that much damage, because I think Reflect is the same way. Yeah. He sets up Light Screen and Reflect, and you give him the it's the clay item, which makes it hang around longer.
Oh,
and trust me, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't like to see him a little bit more to see him, but I would not like to see him more, because that means longer, stallier games.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair. But I like seeing, I guess, so most of the competitive play, the like championships and everything, those are no regulations, or with a few with a few things banned. Is that what
so you have different regulations. So like right now we're in a regulation where I do believe everything is legal. But some, like whenever I was playing in Regulation H, it was pretty much anything that was not legendary. No legendaries or mythicals.
Okay.
So like yeah, so there's restricted mons, which your restricted mons are your legendaries and your mythicals. You can have 2 of them in this regulation, and then you also have like all the other forms and stuff like that, which you can have as many of those as what you want. But that's kind of the regulation that we're in now. Whereas like whenever I was playing a lot, it was everything except legendaries and mythical Pokemon.
Okay.
Which those are actually the ones that I kind of prefer, because I don't know, legendaries just seem lame to me. And they take out so many. They make it so impossible to like be able to do fun stuff with other mons. But yeah, that's kind of how the regulations go, and they change them up. I want to say like every 3 months or something like that.
Okay.
So Grimmsnarl can shine a bit whenever it comes to regulations that don't allow restricted mons. He's still just kind of like, instead of being in, I think he's in C tier in this one. No, he's B tier in this one.
Oh, he is in the B tier.
Yeah, instead of B, he'd be like A tier.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where all that lies.
Man, I got 2 on my list that are actually on this meta list, just in the lower section of it. I didn't realize. That's all right. Monkey Dory's in C tier, so, and that was on Chris's list. So
yeah. Okay. Cerulege. Cerulege is my next one. I can spell.
Such a cool design.
Yeah, he's the Zoro Pokemon.
Him and his brother, dude.
Yeah. the the thing I think with him is, one, I don't think his speed is necessarily the best. He's also weak to 5 different types, which sucks.
Yeah.
He is not affected by 3, which is cool. Normal, fire, and fighting. But the ones that he is weak to are some that are like really prevalent, like water and ground. You got Ghost, especially with Fluttermane around.
Yep.
And Golden Go and stuff like that. But like flash fire, weak armor. He already only has like an 80 for his defense, and it says physical attacks, lower defense, and raise speed. He does need a speed boost, but and then flash fire. Nobody's gonna hit you with a fire attack.
Yeah.
To make your next one hit harder. And he's got Bitter Blade, which I think Bitter Blade is such a cool move. It's a 90 power, 100% accuracy physical fire type move that leeches. Whenever it hits, it heals you. And I am a sucker for stuff that is like lifelink or like lifesteal. Lifesteal is like my favorite thing among like everything. But
that is pretty cool.
There is a team that I did want to try and make with him, which was a Sun team where he runs Bitter Blade and Solar Blade, which is just the physical version of Solar Beam. I think the other thing that kind of falls flat for him is he doesn't really have a ghost type physical move. He's got Phantom Force. Is Phantom Force the 2 move one? Yeah, Phantom Force is the 2 move 2 turn 1. Poltergeist. Okay. That was not too oh yeah. And then the other one that he has is Poltergeist, which is user attacks a target by controlling the target's item. The move fails if target doesn't have an item. Which a good part is in competitive, pretty much everybody's got an item. But I also think that he is stuck doing, how do I put it? He has to do the like sweeper thing, but they didn't give him enough stats, I do believe, to do the sweeper.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just a little lackluster. It's like his specialty, like if you switch his special defense and his speed, I think that would be pretty nice. And that could definitely put him in contention to like actually doing something.
Yeah.
But all right, that's what, 3? Yeah. So
yeah.
what's your third?
This one will be my third, and it is Araquanid. He is in C tier.
Really, Araquanid.
But I love Araquanid's design. I think that his pre-evolution. Oh my goodness! Of course,
Not even seen him in the C tier. Oh no, I found him.
Let's see what they're saying. They usually build him for. His ability's Water Bubble. Decreases the damage taken from fire type moves by 50%, increases the damage of water type moves by 100% before adding stab, and the user cannot be burned.
Okay.
So they're saying Water Bubble with Mystic Water and or Focus Sash. Liquidation, Leech Life, Sticky Web, and Magic Coat.
I say he's dead, and I feel like he's definitely a very supportive mon.
Yeah.
He that special defense is one for the books, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 132, rank 21. but everything else is pretty much dumpster fire.
Yeah.
The weird part is, like, you say people run with sticky web and stuff like that.
Yep.
Is like he's got the speed built for like a trick room team, but he doesn't have the. I mean, I guess he does have. He does kind of have the bulk to be able to like operate in a normal team where you want to throw out the sticky webs.
Yeah. And then the magic coat, I guess I'm not understanding what magic coat does exactly. Taunt and encore, and it bounce. Oh, okay. Bounces back stealth rocks, toxic spikes, that kind of. So it prevents them from getting their setup moves off.
I don't feel like
And then
anybody's
speed
setting up like
controls.
that anymore.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think so either. Not from the few matches that I've seen when I watch the championships, but it's very much the terrestrialization has changed.
Yeah,
Which I mean,
what
obviously,
terrors are they running?
it says steel,
Okay, that's
steel Terra, and then with his ability, he kind of loses that 2 times a week to fire after the steel Terra. So then you're only worrying about fighting and ground.
okay. I feel like those are still a little prominent, but
Very.
so my next one I do not see anywhere on this list, but it would be Slitherwing.
Okay.
Slitherwing. Volcarona has gotten a lot of has been able to do a lot. I think Slitherwing, his typing is not good. His typing is bad. Bug fighting. The photosynthesis is nice. He's got decent bulk to him. Not all that great of speed. And if we're being honest, I think it all just comes down to the fact that his typing is not that good. He's not that good, and he's sitting in that weird spot where he's not super fat. He's not fast enough, but he's also not slow enough to be in like a trick room team.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I think he's sitting at. Any opinions on the boy?
I like Slitherwing. I like his design. I still don't know, and you can attest to this. I flip back and forth how I feel about Paradox Pokemon a lot. I like them. I like the idea. I don't like any of the futures pretty much at all. I think a cheap
Iron
cop
Bundle's
out is
the only one.
but Iron Bundle is because he's kind of a caricature of a Pokemon that's already a caricature, you know?
Yeah.
All the other ones, it's to me, it's very lazy to just make a robot look-alike of a Pokemon and say it's a different variant of it. I don't like that at all. But a lot of the past Pokemon paradoxes, I do really enjoy. I think that they could really run with that and make some really cool things with it. I mean, the idea that they're showing the paradoxes leads me to believe that, okay, if we can access that place, we can get fossils, the true versions of the fossils, not just, the rock version that we get. But I don't know. I think the I think the Paradox Mons are okay.
Yeah, no, the future forms ass. Big ass. But the like prehistoric ones are pretty cool. So the gimmick, I like the gimmick. I really like the gimmick. But I also think that kind of like with the Dragonite Mega, the futures were lacking creativity.
Yes. Very much so. And it's kind of funny that you did a past Paradox form, because my next one is Tyrantrum.
I was wondering when he was gonna come out.
He was going to be my number one spot, but I thought about it, and there's one that I want to see more of, because I don't think enough people appreciate this Pokemon, and he's not like one of my favorites, and he doesn't hold a lot of high stakes in anything other than, I remember the hype of when he came out and how cool of an idea it was to see them do a Pokemon like that. And I'm talking too much about number one right now, but Tyrantrum. He probably is my favorite Pokemon. And I feel like, to kind of go into what we were just talking about, if they did do a game where instead of paradoxes, we got to see the true forms and the true typings of all of the fossil Pokemon, they could do a really cool thing with finally making all of them competitive, and not just, Arctozolt and all of the other weird, mismatched, worst fossil Pokemon that they've ever made in their entirety.
That was such an awful line.
You know what would have made it better? And I think I've said this a million times to you specifically. Why did they not just let me make the complete fossil? Let me make the electric raptor. Let me make the giant fish. And let me make the weird, whatever it was supposed to be, the Triceratops or whatever you were going to make that thing.
Yeah.
Let me make them all, and then be like, hey, it's kind of cool. We can splice them together, and it makes even more different Pokemon.
That was a half-baked gimmick. At
And
best.
to do that, I'm a big time lover of most all the fossil Pokemon. Those homies, completely off of my rate. I don't even consider it. Most of the time when people are talking about fossil Pokemon, I don't bring them up.
No.
But I could see where, if, like we were just talking, if we did have a situation where they all didn't have to have rock type because they were coming from a rock, that we got to see them in their true forms, we could have some cool, viable Mons. I'd like to see Tyrantrum in that category. I like all the bite moves. I like that that's kind of the gimmick that they went with him, and I think he's probably the greatest Pokemon that they've ever designed.
Don't agree, but not mad at it. I would love to see Aerodactyl in his actual form, or Archeops. Give my boy Archeops a buff, man.
Yeah. Yes. He's another one that needs one.
Archeops got done so dirty with his abilities, man. It's awful.
Yeah.
Because, like, do you know Archeops' abilities and, like, why they're so trash? So, Archeops, defeatist, lowers stats when HP drops below half, and he's got 140 attack, 110 speed, and 5 weaknesses. So like he's weak to a decent amount of stuff, but man, if he can go first, he can hit like a truck. But as soon as you get him to, you like cut his HP in half, really, because I mean, if you think about it, once he gets that HP drop to half, he's just not even a Pokemon at that point, because I'm pretty positive it drops significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking myself. But so number 5, right?
Yep.
I'm split on this. I don't know if I would. Do you have a 5th lined up already?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, because I'm still.
And it's wild. It's out of left field. It's not one that I would have said until I started going down this journey with you, Skeggs, but it is Volcanion. The water fire legendary that has the weird tubes on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. I love him so much. In the context of seeing him be on people's teams, I think would just be funny. He just has, I don't know, he has that weird vibe that Magearna had when, I think they came out in the same generation, maybe. But just like this, it was right at the cusp of we're just making crazy things Pokemon now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Water fire's cool.
Water fire is super cool. That's just like Scovalion for me. Scovalion has such a amazing typing to me. But oh god, that was awful.
Bless you.
Bless me. Man, you know what? Fuck it. We'll go Milotic. Milotic.
Okay.
I wish she was better.
I'll agree with that.
You know what's funny? Milotic's the only one that I can't click on this entire fucking list. I have to go somewhere else to look her up. So, I mean, honestly, like when I look at her initially, she's got, like stat wise, she looks pretty good. Like she's bulky, especially on the special defense side. She got a alright HP. She got a good HP. She got a good special attack. She sits in that weird speed range though, that 81.
Yeah.
Marvel scale. Ups defense if there's a status problem, which that's never a good thing. I don't even think that you necessarily want that. Competitive is really good. Sharply raises special attack when Pokemon stats are lowered. So like Intimidate, she's great against Intimidate, and when Incineroar is running rampant, I feel like she is chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing that holds her back is a lot of people are a lot of Pokemon like have much higher like special defense than regular defense as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She's just fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
But all right, I think that's our 5.
Yeah.
So we'll have to let Chris know how he thinks ours is. Oh, wait. I don't think I added this to Milotic either. She can be a fucking good wall. I did try and run her for a long time, like as a support with Dragon Cheer. It was pretty good.
Really?
But yeah. So something that, funny enough, that we haven't talked about on this podcast yet, that I think would be a good topic for me and you, is Borderlands 4. Have you been looking into it at all since we've started talking? Are you excited at all for it?
I have not even experienced a trailer of Borderlands 4, so I have no concept of how potentially good or potentially bad it's going to be. I just know that Borderlands 3 left the most awful, horrible taste in my mouth, and completely. I mean, you're talking to a homie too who bought Borderlands 1, spent the entirety of a weekend beating it, and then continued to play Borderlands 1 with his buddies until Borderlands 2 came out, and then played so much Borderlands 2 that I think we spent a majority of the years from Borderlands 2 coming out to the point where the pre-sequel came out. Like, a majority of our time in those years was literally just playing Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Like, I got a job and I had to work and we were still in school, but every free moment that I had, we were all on playing Borderlands or COD or something.
Yeah. When in tournaments.
I'm a hype. Yes, yeah, 100%. Oh, flash it, flash the winning, flash our camo. I was a homie who thoroughly everything that Gearbox did, they could do no wrong. I was playing all the. I even bought that stupid ass clone of Overwatch that Gearbox put out just because I was like, it's probably going to be good. Gearbox made it. You remember that game?
What was it, Paladins?
No, it was like No, I was going to say Warframe. It was not Warframe.
Gearbox game. Oh, what are those called? Gearbox Overwatch clone.
Battleborn.
Battleborn. Yep.
And
I remember
bought Battleborn.
Hype for that.
Yeah, I bought Battleborn and I played it and I'm like, okay, well, this isn't very good, but I heard there's Borderlands lore in this. So I played it until it was unbearable and I was like, man, okay, well, everybody misses every once in a while. And then everything that they put out since then was just a miss and not that good and not up to the hype and not up to everything. I'm not saying that I didn't have fun playing some of Borderlands 3. I think that the ship, being able to run around the ship and like decorate your room and all that other shit that you could do, I think that's all really cool and all like stuff we should have had in Borderlands for a long time. But the story, there's nothing like Borderlands 1 when it came out, and running around and just it was also the perfect time in our lives when like you're fighting the guy with 3 balls. Like that was mega funny and completely cool. So maybe I'm just fucking old now and that game's not for me. Borderlands 3 isn't for me. But I feel like a lot of people were on the same kind of page of like the story was very lackluster. It felt like it was kind of all over the place. Nobody really felt the same way, which it's kind of unfair to compare any video game villain to Handsome Jack because that was a very well written and one of the most legendary villains of any video games of all time.
Yeah, but when you compare it to the twins, I mean, it doesn't matter how good of a character Handsome Jack is.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. The twins just really weren't. None of the game felt fleshed out. It felt more like they had a broad idea of what they wanted Borderlands 3 to be, and then they just like filled it in with game elements and random little side stories and things.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll do. You hype up a little bit about what you're excited for on Borderlands 4, and I will watch the trailer for the first time.
All right, give me 5 seconds. So
Yeah. Okay, should I watch the first look trailer from December of last year, or should I just watch the gameplay trailer from a month ago?
I'd watched the one from a month ago. I actually don't even know if I've watched that one yet, but I've just mainly been listening to things while like I'm driving to work and stuff like that. So like the thing that I'm really excited about is having loot to chase after, honestly.
Okay.
I've been craving something to give me that looter, like, dopamine kick, man. And Borderlands seems like it's able to give that to a lot of people. But we're so close to getting the new one that I'm like, I don't really want to start in on 3 or Tiny Tina's all over again just so I can
Scratch your itch.
Scratch the itch and then either not be excited for Borderlands 4 or sour my, like, send it the opposite way.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I don't know. You know I've always played the Sirens. I've always loved playing the Sirens. Borderlands 3 was the first time I didn't like playing the Siren. Yeah. This one, the Siren looks cool.
That's the trailer I just watched. Was her.
I am excited for her. And so
I like the big cat. I think it's kind of cool to have like a pet that is part of your siren power. That's kind of neat if that's what it is.
Yeah. And from what I've listened to, it's pretty much completely open world as well. There's no like segments to like you gotta like load in somewhere or anything. Like it's open world. And one reason why I think that should be an excitement thing for you is that I can imagine there's going to be a lot of glitches and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But and then you move to like the big hulking boy. He's dual wielding battle axes, bro. It's cool as hell. And then there's the soldier, which he's got a cool like exosuit that he has as well. And I think that exosuit from the gameplay I've seen is really cool. It looks like it feels good as well.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, is that it looks like it just feels good to play. But see, you can have the big cat, or you can have like copies of yourself as the
I saw
siren.
that. Yeah.
But then there's also the mix matched weapons. So you can have Vladoff, Hyperion, Maliwan, and Borg or Jacobs all on the same gun. So like having like a Maliwan Jacobs gun that hits hard but also does a lot of elemental damage. Ooh. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Like that's the stuff I really like.
Yeah. So far it's looking pretty good. I just watched the Claptrap trailer and now I'm deep in a rabbit hole because I love Claptrap's voice. And if I remember correctly, they changed his voice when they went to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But they made this big trailer saying Claptrap is back. I'm wondering if they didn't go get the original guy to come back and be Claptrap again. Because that would be fucking cool.
Ooh. I didn't even really pick up on that. I've also been hearing something about like 2 DLC characters as well.
Okay.
So that also is pretty exciting for me, especially depending on what they do for them. Like what they're going to be.
David Eddings. Oh, he did he was TK Baja too. In Borderlands 1.
Old TK.
That's cool that they I'm so glad Borderlands took off the way that it did.
Back in the day, it deserved it.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Sorry,
not so much.
Still.
No, homie, you're good. Listen, I want you to be excited for it because I want to be able to play it with you. They have. I don't think we've gotten our main villain like shown off or anything like that. I mean, kind of for the most part, the main villain has been whoever the fuckwad is it, Randy Pitchford.
Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, he's like the main dude for Gearbox, and he was the one that was like, "It's gonna be $80."
Oh yeah.
But I also got this little theory. Do you think he came out and pretty much said it was gonna be $80, so that way everybody could bitch and they could bring it down to back down to 70? Oh, Siri, I did not want you to answer.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what the plan was, but that's another big part of my thing is if this game comes out and it's ass, I will never buy it for $70.
Yeah.
I will never buy a game for $70. We shouldn't even be buying games for $60 because they don't even come out fucking ready to play.
That's actual factual there, brother.
But we do because everybody likes to play games.
Yep. Yes, sir. And the thing is that even if costs get reduced or anything like that, the cost of our games will not get reduced. It becomes cheaper for them to... I mean, they're already doing everything digitally.
Yep.
There's already a cost reduction right there.
Yep.
And
here it is.
and we are still paying the same, if not more.
Yep.
So,
Borderlands 3 was where they kicked out David Eddings, which was the guy who voiced Claptrap for all of the other games. Borderlands 3 is where, and I think there was David Eddings had a disagreement with them about maybe the way that the character was being portrayed or whatever it was. I remember reading a big article about it before Borderlands 3 came out, and I'm like, well, that's ridiculous because you can't just change the voice of Claptrap. It can be another CLP4T whatever unit that Claptrap is. It can be another one of those guys, but you can't make it fucking Claptrap.
yeah,
If it's not the same guy. And the guy did a good job. It was definitely noticeable that he wasn't the regular voice for Claptrap, but it wasn't so terrible that it removed my immersion. But I just remember being like, that's that's silly. And if you have somebody who's been with your game for so long,
it was a
and
pay dispute.
Was it a pay dispute? Okay. But even still, if you have somebody who's been with your game for so long and is your face, is your mascot kind of character, they could have put all of their eggs in the basket of Marcus. He has that's right, Marcus. He has the voice. He's the guy who's telling the story. He's the guy who runs the shop. Arguably, he's one of the most important characters in the entire franchise, as far as you're concerned in Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel. But instead you chose to go with the annoying robot that everybody loves because he's fucking Claptrap, and then you can't even pay the guy what he thinks he deserves to
And
voice your favorite character?
who knows? Maybe he was being like ridiculous with the amount that he was asking, but I don't. I feel like they were trying to still pay him like Borderlands 1 prices instead of being like, hey, it's fucking established and we are the shit and it's time to pay me.
But after how well Borderlands 1 did, that's my motto, 100%. Oh, we get a Borderlands 2? Oh, you want me to be in Borderlands 2 as well? It's time to renegotiate. And that's probably what happened every time. But then once you get to 3, which is technically the 4th game, which was probably actually technically more than anything else, because I'm sure that he did cameos and video, like specific videos and stuff for them. He did all of the trailers for Borderlands 2. He's done probably a lot more describing of, because the trailer that I'm remembering, it has what is that dubstep song? We were just listening to it we were just talking about it the other day.
Sandstorm?
You and I. No, but regardless, he did lots of promotions for them. He did all kinds of stuff for them, and I don't know. It seems like they went more Borderlands 3. Do you want to hear some of the top paid people? And I'm sure top paid is not an understatement. They went more bougie on Borderlands 3. So Chris Hardwick, he's the guy who used to do all the late shows after like Doctor Who and The Walking Dead. He's like one of the biggest nerd pop guys. You've probably I think he used to have a show or something. I don't remember.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that guy is Vaughn. Ice-T is Balix. Penn and Teller are Pain and Terror, which I think is one of the first bosses that you fight in the game. The duo boss, or the duo, boss. You had who was the other big one that I saw? I don't know. I'm not going to go through all of them. But like, you pay all these gigantic voice actors and gigantic people, which I mean, I'll give them a little credit here. They've got Sung Won. He's the guy who voices the dwarf in Delicious in Dungeon.
Yeah.
I follow him on YouTube and stuff. He's the voice of Flack. So he was, especially when Borderlands 3 was coming out, was kind of like a underground guy. So give him credit where credit's due. Get these really great voice acting people into great voice acting roles. But still, you have to stick with your homies. The people who literally brought it up. That motherfucker in the first game did 2 characters for you.
Not only did he do 2 characters, but he made it to where your franchise was able to be remembered. Because let's be honest, without Claptrap in it, it becomes a very like it's not Borderlands type deal. Like it loses a lot of its like allure. At least to me it does.
Yeah.
Because you have Marcus, but like Claptrap is more of our narrator than Marcus is a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Like Marcus comes in on big moments where Claptrap is like our normal, like everything commentator, and he killed it. He crushed it. And sometimes you wanted to just shoot him because he wouldn't shut up. Sometimes I tried. Other times you thought he was funny. But I don't know. I also think that they were huffing too much of their own farts and being like, all we got to do is be more wild and wacky, more farts and more dicks and more this and more that, and they kind of once you do it so much, you lose comedic timing because everybody just expects you to do it, and once everybody expects you to do it, there's only a short time before it becomes an annoyance.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we kind of lost in 3. We lost the feeling of being a vault hunter, if that makes sense. Like in Borderlands 1, and I know I keep harping back to that, and there wasn't really a game out there like it before that, so that's why it's so nostalgic feeling and such a breath of fresh air. But in Borderlands 1, yes, you were playing as a character that had a skill tree that you were going down, but you never felt like I'm acting like this character or anything like that, you know? Even in Borderlands 2, yes, we'll go back to Borderlands 1. Brick is the guy who's big and strong, and this is his special ability and everything. But when you're running around being a vault hunter, you're just being a vault hunter. And too much in 3, it felt like there was lots of weird, like if you weren't the siren, you didn't feel as important as everybody. Like I was running around as Flack, and like all of the cutscenes were very lackluster with Flack because, oh, well, you don't really have any real impact on the story. You're not one of the 5 chosen people that get to be a siren in the universe at a time. You're just a guy. And it's like, well, the whole fucking point of this game is that I'm just a guy who came here to get fucking rich off of this planet, and you have shoehorned me and forced me into being part of the rebellion, part of a resistance, part of this, part of that. It's like, if I had a choice, I would be Krieg. All the time. Running around fucking getting loot and doing whatever I want. I don't really care about Hammerlock's Wedding and all of the other silly stuff that you made me go do, drag racing cars and everything else. It's like, in Borderlands, I wouldn't drag race cars. When we're having a race to the city, you'd be dead because I would blow you up because I would just shoot your car. Fastest way to win the race, there's nobody to race with. It's just me. I can get to the finish line whenever I want. Yeah. But silly stuff like that where they were like, look at how much gameplay that we've put into this. And it's like, sometimes a ton of gameplay isn't necessarily what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the core values of what you sold me on when you sold me Borderlands.
Shooter. Give me a looter shooter. I don't. If I want to race, I'm gonna go bust out the PS2 and play Midnight Club Dub Edition.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Or Burnout.
Yeah. And see, in there you get to smash cars. It's
exactly.
It's the same thing. You win the race if there's no one to race against. But I just think that they definitely lost direction in the whole thing. And I started playing Borderlands 3 all over again, and I remembered how much I just started to hate it. I believe this wholeheartedly, and I think it is true for any medium. It is true for movies, shows, video games, books. Your medium can only be as good as what your villain or villains are. And yes. I think they were such an annoying, obnoxious villain that didn't even really make sense. Granted, I never finished the game, but it didn't make sense to me. It beyond just the greed, like they wanted to get to a vault. Yeah. They wanted to open a vault or something, and there's a reason why people really like, Madara. It's because it's somebody you can understand where they're coming from and why they are a villain and why they are the way they are. And
yeah,
that's where a villain is good. Is whenever you can take a step back and just say, you know what? Maybe homie has a point.
Yep. When the villain makes you second guess your stance on whatever the dilemma may be, that is a fantastic villain.
Yeah. I mean, you got Thanos, you got Magneto. Magneto wants to remove all the humans because all the mutants are being discriminated
persecuted.
Against. Persecuted. You can't be persecuted by a human if there's no humans. Thanos thought that. Thanos believed that all the resources were going to be consumed, so he removed half of the population. Okay, there you go. The resources will stay a whole lot longer.
Yep.
I mean, you either got the ones that are just dastardly for being dastardly, your fucking crazies, like you got Pennywise, fucking Hannibal Lecter, stuff like that, or you have the ones that make a lot of sense, or like even the Joker. The Joker is one that, I mean, as far as anybody knows, is just a maniac to be a maniac at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But neither one, I think they fell in that middle spot where they were just like, we have this small goal and we're going to go about it in the the most awful way that we can. And then adding on like the live streaming and stuff like that was such an awful idea.
Yeah.
So awful.
They felt more like, this may be a big stretch, but you remember Team Yell from Pokemon?
Yes.
And Galar, where they're supposed to be the villains, but they never felt villainous because they were just guys who really liked Marnie or whatever the hell her name was.
Wait, were they actually supposed to be villainous?
Yeah, they're the evil team of that game.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Was there another team? I don't think there was.
No,
I just
thought that they were just a fan club that were trying to beat us so that way she could get ahead. And so, which I thought was really cool. I thought that was really cool, but I didn't think they were supposed to be like an evil team. I thought they didn't have an evil team.
Every game has their evil team, and Pokemon, I think, was trying to spin it as evil is in the eye of the beholder. They don't feel like they're doing anything wrong.
Which, I mean, they're really not. That's the whole point. That's the whole thing, is like, they didn't make an evil team, I feel like.
But I think Pokemon is trying to say, like, yes, inherently these people aren't evil, but what they're doing by battling you and trying to stop you from even being able to compete is inherently not a cool thing to do, and therefore they're the bad guys. They're your nemesis, so they're the bad big guys because you are the protagonist.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the same way that I felt about them. Is like, literally, we're only... You guys are like talking, doing the live stream thing and everything. It was so bad, Skeggs, I truthfully can't remember a whole lot of the game. And I think we played about half, if not a little over half of it.
Yeah. They should have just put the T-1000 and let him chase us around and try and kill us.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be a super cool thing, is if there was like just one big bad that just shows up randomly. Like, there's no cutscenes, no nothing. There's just like a voice cue that's like, oh no, he's here. And you have to look around and find him real quick. And you got to dispatch him. And then he's done for that moment. And then he'll pop up fucking 10 minutes to an hour later again.
Yep.
And it gets harder and harder each time.
Oh god, we're getting Amara back, which is the siren from the last game.
Oh god.
Moxie's back, which I like Moxie, but I don't feel like they did her very well in the last game. Claptrap's back. Zane is back. Is he one of the Borderlands 3 Vault Hunters?
I think so. Nah, he's either Borderlands... Yeah, I think he is.
So, some familiar faces, I guess, but I don't know. They're trying to give us a new robot companion, too.
Really?
Echo 4. He's like a little floating claptrap looking kind of guy.
If they make him kind of like the Ghost in Destiny, I won't be all that upset at it. Where like he's just like our main control hub or something like that. Yeah. But if they really try and replace Claptrap completely, I'm not going to be too hyped about that. Yeah, not going to be hyped about that. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe it'll surprise us, man, and we'll have an undoubtedly great time.
Yeah, I hope that's the thing. I'm gonna watch all of the different gameplays. The big guy, Amon, he looks like he's gonna be fun to play. I usually either go towards the big guy or the like Beastmaster-esque guy, like Flack was, but
Yeah. Which I did try to start playing through with Flack. I should have played Flack from the fucking rip as well. Flack was actually
Flack's good.
much better than Amara. But it
Ooh, this guy like throws. This guy's like Brick mixed with
Krieg.
dude. Yeah. If I get it, that's definitely who I'm playing.
Yeah. And I'm definitely going to be playing the Siren.
Yeah, she looks really cool. What's the other guy do?
So I know one of them. What is the Tedior guy? He can throw down like turrets and make a weapon suit where like he's melee based and everything as well. Where like
Okay.
he's super amped. I actually have no idea what the other girl does.
I don't know if anybody does because I'm looking on their page and they have only released gameplay of the first 3 so far, and this one was 3 days ago when they released for Amon.
Huh.
So, but on their website, it had a description of her.
I found this article. Playable characters. Oh, Harlow. The
Arlo
Gravatar.
Gravatar?
Yeah. So she's a former Mali 1 combatant scientist. From what I understand, she messes with the gravity and like almost like Amara or I think it might have be like Amara, where she can put them in like bubbles and like slam them down to the ground and do weird stuff like that. And like she actually seemed pretty cool from what I've heard, like descriptor wise.
Very, very techy in this one.
Mm-hmm. There's also
all the Vault Hunters are very techy.
Yeah. So the other thing is that oh, I can't. But yeah, Rafa is the name of the other guy. So there's Rafa, Vex, Harlow, and I definitely think that this is probably the best lineup since 2 of like characters that actually kind of look interesting, look like they're fun to play.
Yeah.
And they're different.
Oh. Listen to this. Borderlands movie official trailer from a year ago has 1.1 million views on YouTube. The Borderlands movie exclusive look from IGN Live that they also have on their official YouTube has 61,000 views.
Nobody gave the
not even 100,000 views on that fucking. It's a 1 minute and 17-second video, which means everybody and their brother had time to fucking watch that, and nobody watched it. The very next video was 11 months ago. Borderlands 4 official teaser trailer, 3.6 million views.
Ooh.
You could tell nobody fucking give a fuck about that movie.
Yeah. Now
All right, let's see.
Oh, have you seen the grappling thing as well? There's a grappling hook that you get to help out like movement and everything.
Okay.
You can grapple on.
So we're going to be exploring up as well.
Oh yeah. Yep, and you can also glide as well. There's double jumping, dashes. You can swim now. So They're making it seem like it's gonna just feel better.
What is going on? Something that's weirding me out. I'm trying to stay in a good headspace about it. Something that's weirding me out is what is going on with the psychos? Why are they all like this? Like, I can understand here and there we have the psychos that you would shoot their heads off and they would get bigger and badder or whatever.
What are you watching where you're seeing that?
Just I'm watching all the trailers and like all of the psychos are like they're all like mutated and strange and they all have like a bunch of bionic like implants and upgrades now, and I don't know, just to me it's strange to see because they're supposed to just be like people who were in a cult, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then in Borderlands 3 it's like now we have all the psychos brainwashed and they're a little bit less crazy and they're a little bit more like we're just a bunch of bad guys that want to kill you because you don't like the people that we listen to their live stream.
Yeah.
And now they look like mutated monsters. Like the one that I saw, one guy has a gigantic arm that has like a bunch of mechanical enhancements, and then his other arm is all shriveled up and scrawny. I'm like, I could get if you got a giant mutated arm because you're a psycho and they had to mechanically enhance it, sure, but what fucked up your other arm? Why are you just a weird creature now instead of a guy?
I wonder if they're not just trying to do that for... And I actually won't give them any shit for it, but I wonder if they're just doing it to, one, change it up a little bit, and two, like, the... How do I...
remove some humanity from the characters so it's a lot less like killing a guy and more like killing a creature.
No, I was gonna say like make it like almost regional. Like each like planet has its own different form of psychos. Each has their own different like variant type deal. So like this one's a little bit more techie and like more techie and and just customized and stuff like that. Because like I think that's where we're going with. Like we have the Maliwan reject, and I don't remember what Rafa is, but he's also, I think he might be Tior. But we have rejects from like some of the higher tech companies. So
okay.
I'm wondering if it isn't just like a regional thing.
I like that.
And that's kind of how I thought about it. Because if you look at like a lot of our Vault Hunters, they are very techie themselves. I think only one of them is not techie, and it's because she's magical in Vex.
And she is still even kind of techie. She has a lot of like tech on her.
Yeah. But if you look at everybody's got some tech to them. Oh god, I'm actually watching some gameplay from Armand, and he's got some cool stuff to him.
Yeah, dude. That's why I was saying if I do get it, he'll be the one that I play, because the Rafa looks cool with the spinning around and the swords, but that Amon is like the most well-rounded character I think I've ever seen.
Because I just got
come
to
out
see
of Borderlands.
He spawns an assload of like elemental swords and just throws them. I'm like, that's actually an ability I would love to have, and try and do something to where I can have that like off cooldown all the time, to where I'm just
Oh yeah, she the siren has one too, where she throws like a big purple sword
Really?
blade. Yeah, watch her gameplay trailer; it's pretty cool.
Because I actually haven't watched a whole lot of gameplay trailers on them. It's been mainly like I said, listening, driving to job sites, and going into work and everything. Her
Yeah,
cat's dope.
yeah, that cat is very dope.
And like I said, I also like um
Her siren ability is very
the copies.
yeah, but her like all the other sirens kind of have like an angelic kind of feel or like a spiritual feel. Hers feels very like
Demon,
yeah
and I love it. Let me be on
yeah
demon time. Let me be on demon time with my kitty. Yeah. Oh, it looks like he can be different elemental types as well.
yep, and you can pop him. It looks like for like an
Oh,
explosive effect.
yeah, she threw a dagger. Oh, yeah, there's supposed to be throwing knives in here. And like kunais and shit.
Hell yeah, and it looks like she has. I think it used to be the Necromancer. Didn't it have an ability where when you killed somebody, there was a chance at like making them revive as a minion?
I don't remember. I never really played the Necromancer.
I think the Necromancer did, and she just kind of had the same thing. When you kill somebody, you have a chance at making one of those spectral versions of yourself at like another. Looks like you can make it proc a whole bunch and just have an army of goons.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm actually kind of excited for it, and I'm liking a lot of the characters and stuff, and everybody's gushing over Rafa. I feel like
Yeah.
I am not, but I do have other ones I'm gushing over. I can't
Yeah.
wait to I can't wait to get. Has the looking into everything made it to where you want to get a hold of it first day? I
Nope.
pro-
I will not be getting it first day.
I probably will, but this will. I think I am right where you were before Monster Hunter Worlds, where like I got one more like a major like ass railing to where I don't buy anything first day.
Yeah. Because to me, especially in a game like Borderlands, yes, they have the golden key system and there's a whole thing and like you're rewarded for playing every day and all the other silly stuff. To me, you can jump into Borderlands at any point in time. Me and you could go back and play Borderlands 1 right now together,
Mm-hmm.
and it does not feel any different no matter when you start playing it. So to me, day one is the only reason I'd want to play something day one is to not have things spoiled for myself.
Yeah.
And I'm so removed from social media and everything now that I don't really get spoilers anyway. So
Have you watched her like like Purple Friday for Vex yet? She manifests her power because she's working at a market and like a store, and a big sale happens, so everybody starts fucking flooding it, and she gets so overwhelmed that she manifests her fucking siren powers and kills everyone. It's kind of goofy.
I'm watching it now.
but I kind of like it. Yeah, all of them look cool. I mean, the open world part of got me really hyped. I was like, I've always wanted that, so it's cool with me. I just hope that I just hope it goes well. And I really do. I hope everything goes well for Borderlands because it's like you said, it was such a big part of our growing ups and stuff like that to where if it eats the dirt, then I'm not gonna be happy about it. What do you think? You still watching it, right?
Yeah.
Gonna say she's a little bit more on the edgy, goofy side, but I don't feel like it's so much to where like I can't. Like I'm gonna condemn it. It's not like she went in, she was constipated and like went in for that 5th day poop try and manifested her powers that way or something.
Yeah.
Somebody actually had like a gun to her head and was gonna kill her. She was overwhelmed.
Yeah. Did all of the old sirens also have like a traumatic event that made their powers manifest?
I think so. I do believe there was an event that triggered the siren powers.
Okay.
I don't think anybody like popped out the womb and started like putting people in urgent balls. But yeah. No, I'm excited and want to play it already. But I think me and you are about to hop off here and go play some of the Battlefield 6 beta with
oh yeah,
my boy.
Yep.
Which we're probably gonna wrap it up here soon, but once we wrap it up, go use the bathroom and then get back to it. Is there anything that you'd like to add before we close this out?
No. We're not gonna have a anime comparison this week since we're missing Chris.
Oh yeah. I got to thinking about that more since we kind of get put on the spot for ourselves. If we're being honest, I think Shikamaru does still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Do you want to do one for just me and you, since how we've probably watched a lot more than he has?
We'll do one for me and you, because he won't be here next week either, right?
Yeah.
Or the next episode?
Yeah.
All right, if you've got one, go ahead.
Okay, Akame ga Kill.
I mean, I think we've discussed that before. We got to go abstract. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Then let's get one out of the way for now. Then who was it that you gave me from Akame ga Kill?
Akame ga Kill. You got the Big Brother, homie. For sure.
Big bro. Why you gotta give me the gay guy?
Well, because you're gay.
Oh shit! No. I actually, I'm pretty fucking good with Bulat. I think he's just dope as hell, and I'm not mad at it in the slightest. Oh, who my initial is going Lubach for you,
Lubach.
which is the green haired with the string.
That's who I believe you said last time.
So, okay, maybe we have done. Nope, never mind. I'm giving you Wave. You like fishing. He's the fisherman, homie. Wave is the one that has the counterpart to Bulat's Imperial Arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the blue version.
Yep.
And he shows up to the meeting with just some big fish because his mom said you gotta bring something to the function.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Fire Force?
I like that.
I'm trying to pick ones that like we can't do with Chris.
Yeah. And we will. Well, I'll make it even a little bit crazier because they're with what, Station 9 or something like that.
I think so. Let me check. Fire Force Week.
They're Company 8.
Company 8. Okay.
Okay, so we will go Fire Force, but you can't do anyone from Company 8.
Okay. No one from Company 8.
No one. So no Shinra, no Arthur, no Captain. None of them. So that will be our one.
Okay. Benny Mark still. But, alright, well, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up today. It's been Dodgy Yeti, you aka Short Round, on the Thicc Hours Podcast. And yeah, have a nice day. See you.